everybody, this is Beth McCullough. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Des Moines, Iowa. I'm here every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central with my sweet husband, Steve.
Hi, everybody.
How is everybody tonight? Please comment and let me know you're here. If you watch on replay, I would love to know that too. Put replay in the comments. And welcome, welcome everyone. Bev is here. She's always first. We love that about you, Bev.
Well, now you've made it a challenge.
Patty second. Patty from Texas, thank you for being here. Mary Harris, we missed you on our Zoom call. And Janice Driver and Bridget. Bridget told me she was going to be at the lake. Oh, not at the lake. She's at the ocean. Only people in Iowa.
That's a very big lake.
Only people in Iowa would go to the lake.
Yeah.
Bridget gets to go to the ocean.
Holly's
I am envious.
Hi, Holly.
And Janice, welcome everyone. Yeah, we had big storms today. I hope you had good weather at the ocean, Bridget. I hope you're enjoying your vacation. And who is having, the wildfires are by Mary. Oh my goodness. We will definitely pray they get that under control. So you guys, this is the last night that I'm showing Attention Shoppers, and it's my favorite card. I saved the best for last. Isn't this fun? So it's a motion card, and you pull on the tab, and underneath it says, happy birthday. Yay. And you guys, it's easy. So if I remember how I put it together. So I am glad you're here. I want to tell you, for the Attention Shoppers Stamp Camp, a lot of you are signed up already, and I thank you for that very much. Tomorrow's the last day. So if you've been on the fence thinking maybe I want to do it, maybe I don't, the time is now to make the decision for the Fun Fold Stamp Camp. It is Saturday, August 17th. It is 7 different demos from around the world, and you're going to make 14 different fun folds, 14 different stamping techniques. I have never done a stamp camp that is all fun folds and stamping techniques. So I think you're really, really going to like it. Tony, thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing. We appreciate you sharing our video, giving us a thumbs up or a heart. Steve loves getting hearts, don't you, Steve?
Who doesn't?
But if you want to be part of the stamp camp, I'm also cutting the card kits this week and mailing them by next Monday. So please let me know if you're interested. If you don't know how to do it, it will be on my blog tomorrow where there'll be one click. And the products you need are the Attention Shoppers Bundle, the Full of Life DSP, which you know is the bright and happy DSP, the iridescent gems, and the iridescent ribbon. But I have one click and all 4 products come up. It's $69 before tax and shipping. And I hope you will consider joining us. Let me know if you have any questions at beth@stampingmom.com. And we are giving this card away today. So do Prize Patrol. Do you want to talk about that, Steve?
Yes. If you would like to win the card, all you have to do is type hashtag Prize Patrol, all one word, into the comments. And then you will be entered to win.
Okay. So a lot of you know I do a template for my card, so you'll be seeing this card again in the future. But here's my practice template. So this is the one I'm keeping. I haven't even cut this off. This needs, should I cut it off so I don't confuse myself when I get this out of my drawer? You don't want the lever, what are we going to call that piece? To go past. This was not copied by a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, by the way. This is an original.
I think you should call it the pole.
I've been calling it the motion card, and it's fun to play with you guys. Kathy Walton, where were you on our Stamping Joy Club? We missed you. We missed lots of you. We missed you too, Janice and Mary and Bridget. There were only 6 of us on tonight. It was a small but mighty group. Okay, so on here, obviously I use the Attention Shoppers Bundle. You need that. And then On this one, on the original one, I tried to cut, and that's kind of awkward to cut the piece. So I'm like, there's got to be a die that's the right size. And look what I found in Delicate Forest. The Delicate Forest die is the perfect size to make the track for your shopping cart. And I thought, while I'm at it, I got out the Hooray for Surprises, and it says, "You are simply amazing." You like to be told you're simply amazing, don't you? And
affirmation
you are.
is
Yes,
one of my
yes.
love languages. So
Yes.
there you go.
You are simply amazing, my dear.
Thank you so much.
So
I
Steve,
feel good now.
Steve has on his Taste of Hope. We were at church volunteering Saturday night with our friends Beth and Dave from Duluth, and so they give us the shirt to volunteer. And what would you do? It's like 95 degrees. The sun is beating down. What we did is we signed up really early, like 2 months ago, and we sign up to hand out water bottles. So we're under a tent.
Big water trough full of ice
And water. And we're sticking our hands in ice water under the tent. And I'm like, we're genius, right?
All you have to
what
do
a
is
thing to do.
lean over the trough, and it's like air conditioning.
But then we got done, and last year the worship service was inside. This time it was outside. And I had put sunscreen on my face, but nowhere else, because, I was going to be under the tent. But then
We sat outside with the sun beating down on us.
Yeah, and as the worship service is going on, I'm like, I feel my neck burning. I am burning. But anyway.
I heard the sizzling sound.
Yeah.
Okay, not really, but
Okay.
I know what you mean.
Okay, so I just noticed his shirt and went on a roll here. But the Delicate Forest die I use for the track of the cart, and I also use for the sentiment up here. So that is super useful if you have that set. Again, the sentiment, "You are simply amazing," is from Hooray for Surprises. I'm only going to go off track here one more time. I made a reel on Instagram showing how to make this card because I just thought it was so fun. But you couldn't even see the names of the stamp sets. But hey, I don't know how to do that yet, but I'm learning. So that's that. And then the fruit are all colored in Stampin' Blends. I use Peach Pie, Lemon Lime Twist, Poppy Parade, and Daffodil Delight. And the fruit and the dyes are out of Simply Sparkling. And my little green dot means it's an online exclusive. And those are all of these things are still available.
We talked about this on the other video when she showed this card. But, I love fruit. So fruit basket for birthday is perfect for me.
You said you didn't want fruit for your birthday.
No. Well, there are other things that I could think of. That, scuba equipment, other stuff.
I could put scuba equipment in the cart?
Yes, you could.
Wow.
That would be perfect for me.
So this gold and silver trim, this is also an online exclusive, another green dot. How do you guys keep track of your online exclusives? That's what I've been doing. And I literally just stapled it. Back in the day, Stampin' Up! Did have staplers. And I can't find mine. I'm not sure where I put it. But I just used a normal staple and stapled that on. But are you guys ready to go?
Let's do it.
Hello, Jan. We're glad you're here. Janice likes the fruit stamps. I waited a long time to buy them, and I finally broke down and had to get it. So I'll put this up here so you can still see it. And the card is actually easy. I'll show you the mistakes I made so you won't make them. But first of all, you just need a 4 1/4 by 11 scored at 5 1/2. And that is just a normal card measurement. The colors on this card are Melon Mambo. And then the polka dots, or the circles here, this is Summer Splash. The 2024-26 DSP. This is Summer Splash. And on this card, I'm going to use the Petunia Pop out of the same paper pack. But I'm going to use the Summer Splash as the card base instead of the Melon Mambo. And if you win Prize Patrol, you can pick which one you want.
And that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Is that DSP?
Yeah. I do have a question. It would not let me put this on Facebook. Are all of you on YouTube?
No, we've got people commenting for Facebook.
Where do you see that? Oh, Chris, are you on? You're on Facebook?
Chris is on Facebook.
I'm surprised it's on.
Jan is on Facebook.
Well, I'm glad that
Tony's
worked.
on Facebook. Kathy.
Okay. Well, good job. Okay, after your card base, we're going to get to the sentiment, okay? After the card base, you just need your DSP, and it's a standard layer, 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay? Now, here's the fun part. The first thing you need to do once you get your DSP is decide where you want your cart to be. And I'll measure this for you in case this is 1 1/4 inches from the bottom of the DSP, okay? And another thing that I did is I cut a second 4 by 5 1/4, and I adhered my DSP to that because I wanted this piece to be super strong. So this is 4 by 5 1/4 DSP adhered to white cardstock, and then put your die in there 1 1/4 inches from the bottom and cut it out, okay? And then place it on your card before you've put any of these adhesive strips on. Place your card on here, and with Versamark, I did the happy birthday that comes in the Attention Shoppers and did white embossing powder. But what I did wrong on this one is I went ahead and put my adhesive strips, and it's really hard. You guys try it. I tried to stamp my happy birthday down in between this. So what I did is I took another strip of Summer Splash, and I did it on that, and I glued it on here in the right place. But don't do what what do they say? Do what I say, not what I do. So I did it wrong, but I thought it might be helpful if I actually showed you that. Did you answer Kathy's question?
No,
Okay. Kathy has a question that you might know the answer to. So you're going to place the DSP on here and stamp it, okay? Now that you've done that, the adhesive strips, they're basically going everywhere except you don't want them going where your strip is coming out. So see how there's an opening here? This opening is the space of this, okay? So what is this? Let me tell you. This is 1 inch by 4 1/2. And it's the same as this. You want the background and the pull tab to be the same DSP. And you're going to adhere it to the white cardstock. I love it that you guys are talking to each other too. How fun is that? This is not thick cardstock. Janice, I always use thick cardstock if it's the card base. But this is just basic white cardstock just to give the DSP some heft. What's that word?
Heft.
Heft. What he said, okay? You could probably use thick though, but
Durability.
I did not.
Rigidity.
Okay.
Any other adverbs you'd like me to come up with?
Okay, let me talk about the cart for a minute. So the strips, we just left room. Can you guys see that? We left room. So we built a track for this strip.
Slot.
Yeah, a slot. Okay, for the cart, I cut out the bottom of the cart twice, and I just cut the wheels off, and then I made the rest of the cart Summer Splash. And then you want the back of the cart probably to be the same DSP as whatever you're using for this, because then you're looking at the fruit and it just looks like, here, let me put it where you can see it. It looks like a normal card. So that is why the backing to the cart, I just held it up and cut around it. And there you can see where I put the base on there, okay? We're gonna use 2 regular dimensionals on top of each other, and you want them toward this end of the cart. 2 popped up on top of each other. Okay, are we ready to do this?
I'm interested.
You're interested? Okay, so the opening of this is going off to the right, And another thing that I learned on this one, this card base, you know, just barely fits in an envelope like a normal card. I have this strip hanging out a little bit, so this is kind of getting scrunched. An envelope is 5 3/4. This is 5 1/2, but with this little strip hanging out a little bit, if you can see that, it makes it closer. So I would try to make it more like the 5 1/2. Okay. And one thing we're going to do is put our ribbon on here. So that was that silver ribbon. That's an online exclusive. I have about 3 inches. And I angle cut it on both ends. It really doesn't matter how long it is. And I'm going to put it underneath my strip. And then I'm going to take my stapler, and again, you know, can you really get it straight? Just, what should I say, Steve? Don't be a perfectionist. Just staple it. It's cute no matter what.
It's gonna get moved around anyway as you're using it to pull the slider.
So if you see on this one, my staple is kind of toward the top, but it's up and down. This one was a little more perfect, but who cares? No one's gonna look at that. Okay. So we have our happy birthday.
Oh, I'm gonna look at it now. Now that you've said it, I'm gonna stare.
Stop it. Okay. So what I am going to do next is, what am I going to do next? I'm going to lay this piece. No, I'm not.
I would do? I would adhere that piece.
I'm going to adhere the whole piece.
Slide your slider in from the side, and then...
Are you like the peanut gallery?
Yes, I am.
Have you made this card?
No, but, you know, I'm thinking about it. You know, I'm thinking, how would I do it?
Okay, I showed you this card last week. This card has been made for a couple weeks, so you know how that goes.
How does it go?
It goes like, I have to remember.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I have a great memory, right?
Yes.
So what are you chatting with people about?
I was chatting with them about Dubuque, Iowa.
Okay.
It is a really cool town.
It is a cool town.
It is a classic...
We grew up near Davenport, Iowa, which is south of Dubuque.
But it's also on the river, so I have an affinity for Iowa river towns. And
don't you want to live on a bluff over the river?
Overlooking the river, that was always my dream.
Yeah.
When I
Can I live there with you?
Yes. So when I was growing up, there were these old... white plantation style with pillars, houses up on the ridge overlooking the Mississippi. And to me, they were like mansions. And so
you're going to live in the White House on a bluff over the Mississippi River.
Yeah, because that's, I always dreamed if I could live in that house, I would have known that I made it, right? That I was successful in life, which is funny because I've never been back there to look at that house. But
back in the day,
that was my
was
thinking.
that 8-year-old Steve?
Yeah.
Or?
You know how it is when you're little and have lots of simple impressions. So yeah, Dubuque has classic brick buildings and shops and restaurants and an old hotel that you can stay in. So yeah, it's really neat. It's got a brewery. An actual old brewery. It was Dubuque Star Beer is what they brewed, and now it's making several different craft beers. And then it's got a steamboat ride, it's got a museum, and it's got a casino, all on the river.
Can I interrupt you for a moment?
I am kind of like.
Are you like a tour guide?
Yeah, I'm kind of like the Chamber of Commerce for Dubuque at this point.
Okay. So we have our cart, and we have 2 big Stampin' Dimensionals popped up on top of each other. So a double layer, and it's toward the back of the cart, right? And we have our piece pushed in the slot all the way through so the happy birthday's covered up. And I'm going to have it so that it's even with the DSP here. And then I want the back of the cart to cover the back of the runway. What did we call it?
The slider.
The slider.
Or the pole.
Look at that. Yay!
It worked. Yay.
Yay, yay, yay. Okay, so on this one, I left it longer, and it really doesn't matter. But on this one, I tried to get it closer to the card. You could get it all the way so it doesn't stick out at all. But would you have even noticed it if I hadn't told you? Probably not. Okay. You are simply amazing. Steve would like you to send him cards that say, "You are simply amazing."
I'll take that from wherever I can get it.
Karen, we are still live. We're glad you could join us tonight. We've missed you. You know, I should say on this, what day is this? This is Tuesday, July 30th, 2024.
Yeah.
I never say what day it is. So we are still live. Okay. So inside, I just put a white piece and decorate it however you want. But the part I was all excited about was this piece. Yay. And think of all the different sentiments you could put in there. You know, I do have a little baby grandson. And when he gets old enough to know or care, don't you think he would like having secret messages? And then I could do this. Okay.
So, you know, I have to tell you, she really likes this card. She will sit there and do that for like several minutes.
Tell me, do some of you like it too? Do you like to play with things like that? I just think it's fun. So this one is Melon Mambo and Summer Splash, and this one is Summer Splash and Petunia Pop. Are you all in Prize Patrol if you want to be?
Yes, remember, type in hashtag Prize Patrol in the comments so you could win one of these cards. And
so,
also,
Judy, Linda D, and Betty have already won in July, but everyone else can win this card if you put in hashtag Prize Patrol. And as Steve is getting Prize Patrol ready, let me tell you one more time. Tomorrow's the last day to sign up for the stamp camp. You just use my host code. Even if you can't find the host code, just go ahead and order. And it's $69 plus tax and shipping. And you get card kits, 7 of them in the mail. You get the stamp camp with 14 fun folds, 14 stamping techniques. Super fun. And it's the cheapest stamp camp we've done. I think you'll really enjoy it. And thank you to all of you on that have signed up already.
Okay, I think we're ready.
Are we ready for Prize Patrol?
Here we go.
Thank you for coming every Tuesday. Please come back, tell your friends, and you know, Steve and I just have a great time chatting with you. And
Bridget,
see, you weren't going to get on because you were at the lake and you won. Congratulations.
She's not at the lake, honey. She's
not
at the
at the lake.
The
She's
ocean
at
is
the
like
ocean.
a very big lake.
Otherwise called us the lake. Can you tell people go to the lake here? Yeah. Bridget, let me know if you want number 1 or number 2. The one I just made is number 2. Have a wonderful time on your trip. All of you, thanks for joining us. Please come back next week. And if you want to sign up for the stamp camp, email me if you can't figure out how to do that, or there'll be one click on my blog tomorrow morning. Have a blessed week, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.